I'm Rose, and you have found Untwist Your Stitches, a Flosstube channel about my cross-stitching and other crafting endeavors. This is May 17th, and I am here to show you some whips, some fully finished projects. I'll talk a little bit about the retreat that I went to and the gifts that were given to me. And then I've been telling you since the first of the year that I was on the bandwagon of no purchases. Well, I fell off that bandwagon. It backed up, ran me over, and spun out as it left to go the other way. So there's lots of stash that I have to show you today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you find something interesting that I have to show you, maybe inspire you to do something different or something new and unusual. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I appreciate your coming and talking with me and seeing how I've been doing and all of my stitching and just everything that I have to show you. I break my videos down into sections. The first section I call Who, What, Where, When, and Why. It is a question I ask my viewers to answer in the comments so that we can get to know each other, and maybe I can show you something that you're interested in, or you can ask me a question and I can show you that. But it's just a get to know you. Last week, my question was, why do you cross stitch? Not last week, last video, which was about a month ago. I personally cross stitch for relaxation. It keeps my hands busy. I like the creativity, words, that I have with taking a pattern and making it my own. Just the beauty of the pattern itself. We've got some amazing designers that put their whole heart into these patterns that they create so that we as a community have something that we can put together and stitch. So the responses I got back, number 1 was relaxation. Number 2 was creativity. And then there was someone that said this is their passion. This is what they take to heart, and it just gives them, a good feeling. So it's their passion. This week, because of everything going on in my life and all that I have to show you, I don't know when I'll be able to do another Flosstube. I am right smack in the middle of a move from California to Idaho. The movers for the household items will be here June 8th to start taking our stuff up. I'm going to have to, as soon as they get loaded, I'm going to have to get myself into the pickup and take off with my 2 dogs so that I can be at the new house to receive the items, because my husband's going to have to stay here for a little while with the things that he still has to wrap up. So from now until June 8th, it's going to be crazy getting things ready. And then once I get up there, Lord only knows what I'm going to be able to do as far as getting things set up, getting ready for our new adventure. And so I do not know how long it will be before I can get back to another Flosstube. I hope within, 4 to 8 weeks is my guess, but I really don't know. So I'm not going to ask any questions at this point, because I just don't know when I'll be able to look at them and make responses. So the next section of my videos is always my FOs, which are fully finished. That means all of the stitching is done on them. And FFO, fully finished object, which means it's complete. It's how it's going to be when it's displayed or used or whatever. So I have, last time we talked, I had joined the bee farm sale that Helen D sponsored, I guess is what you would call it, with Erin Elizabeth. It was her design, and I'm not going to remember the other name. I'll put it in the comments below, or the description below, so that you can see that. But it was where you could buy your pattern and your supplies from. It was really a fun stitch. I did not follow the pattern. I always seem to make it my own, which is part of what I was telling you about, the creativity that I get from this craft. But this is my fully finish. It's on one of the round, this is a wire hoop, and then it sets in this wooden block so that it can set on a table or a shelf wherever you want it. I made this little pom-pom. I'm still debating on if I want to find like a crown to put in the middle of this for, you know, queen bee, or if I just want to leave it alone and let it set on its own. These two wooden pieces I found at Michael's, and I bought them specifically to go with my pattern because when I saw it, I just thought it would make a really fun finish. And then these are some silk flowers that I had in my stash in order to give it, to match the flowers that are here in the pattern. I also put this, it's not showing up very well in this light. It's not that light. It's a very gold shimmery cording that I bought at, I believe I bought that at Hobby Lobby. I do not believe it came from Michael's, but it goes all the way around here. And then the pattern, or the material on the back, is this beehive material that I have in my sewing stash that I thought worked very well with the theme of the design. Now, on the design down here, it says homemade, or no, what does it say? I can't think, and I do not have, I've already packed the pattern that I used for this. I can't remember. If you go and look at Helen D, you will see the pattern in its true form. The words down here, I decided I did not want. Oh, it says local honey. That's what it is. Oh, good grief. It says local honey. I did not want that on my design. So instead of putting the local honey here, I just put this honeycomb design, and I added these 3 small bee buttons so that it looks like they are worker bees waiting on the main queen bee there. The colors of the flowers I changed. I am not a purple person. I'm not really a pink person either, but I thought the pink was a better option than the purple. Also, the color of the wings were supposed to be kind of a khaki green color. I didn't really care for that, so I changed mine to a more gray. I believe I used either 414 or 317. It's in my information sheet, which I, of course, do not have because it's already been packed. But I will try to find that information and I can put it in the description. And the fabric is a 16 count Gold Rush, I believe is the name of it. It was a Bestitch Me fabric. And of course you can see it's got the gold shimmer in it. And I just thought this pattern looked so good on that fabric. So this is my fully finish. So I showed you my bee farm. The next thing I'm going to show you, this was something that I had put together for our local retreat. And I made up the pattern, Friends, Funny, Retreat, Inspiration, Enjoy. What's N? Notable, D is Delight, and S is Support. And I did that part of it. I did the friends part of it. And then everybody, well, not everybody, but the majority of the people that were at the retreat either put their initials or their name so that I can remember that this was my last retreat here in California. Hopefully it won't be my last retreat for a while. And this is how it looks. What I want to do to finish it off is turn it into a retreat mat where, you know, I can put it in front of me when I go to other retreats, and this will be the centerpiece for that. But I'm going to wear this phrase out. All of my sewing stuff is already packed, so I cannot finish anything until I get up to my new house. But that is a fully finished, as in all the stitching is done, but not finally fully finished, or however you say it, for it to be ready to be used. The next thing I'm going to show you is another FO, full finish. It is one of my Patriotic pieces that I am doing for my Sal. It is hashtag Sal. 60 is only a number. I will put it in the descriptions, and it is on Instagram. I've been posting there. I finished the first of the 3 that I have kitted up for this year. And it is America Sampler. Let's see, maybe I'm going to have to take it out of this plastic because you just cannot see it with the glare today. Okay. There's the pattern. It is by J Designs, and J is Julie from the Flosstube channel, Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie. I made it my own. This bottom section that I just completed, I have changed on mine just slightly, not a whole lot. I can't just do alphabets just to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I love doing words, but just doing an alphabet just to have it on there is not my thing. So I never leave that part of a sampler on. So I'm very particular about the samplers that I do actually stitch. And this one, and the Sal, I do it from the 7th to the 10th of every month. I started in January, and I have finished this month. Let me show you. There we go. Obviously, the part that I changed is down here. I found that eagle silhouette on the web as a free pattern. And then I kept the keys and just moved them over a little bit. That was part of Julie's design. And on the other side, I had to find something, and I thought stars would be a good idea, so I just randomly made some stars up. And the other thing that I changed was on these swirly things here. If you notice, it's kind of hard to see, but there's like little leaves coming off on each one. I didn't like the way that it stitched up when I was doing it with this variegated thread, so I chose to just leave those off. Now, this line right here, I really like that. And I'm going to save this pattern, and someday I'm going to put together a band sampler, and that is going to be one of the bands on my sampler, because I really like the way it looks. And I just couldn't fit it in with what I did on my piece. So like I said, I will save this and use it when I do my band sampler, whenever that is, and I get enough bands together that I like to create my own. So that is my FO of American Sampler by J Design. Now we're going to go into my whips. We'll just leave that out and move it out of the way. My first whip, you saw that I had started to work on this piece last month when I was doing my Flosstube. So it is nice snowflakes. This was a pattern given to me from a friend. And I'm not sure, I'll try to put a picture in as to how far I was last time. But what I ended up doing is I fully finished the snowman and I got started on the snow boy. Oops. So you can see, and I have made changes in the colors. These colors were not the called for colors, but I didn't really care for the way that it was looking when I was stitching him. So I went with a green silk that I got when I was at my retreat, because this was my piece that I worked on during the retreat. This and Bee Farm were the two pieces I worked on while I was there. Then for every month, I want to take 1 week and work on the baby blanket that I am making for my granddaughter. It is mostly Stoney Creek baby animals. You just saw it actually you see it every time I do a video, because I'm really pushing forward to try to get this completed so that she can have it before her 3rd birthday. And these are the 2 squares that I did. This is the Barrow family, and this little squirrel was in the Woodland Creatures or Woodland Babies Stoney Creek booklet. It is he's under the tree that you use as the baby announcement. And then this little guy, Mr. Turtle, is in the Sea Babies booklet from Stoney Creek. And in the description, I'll give you the numbers of each one of those books. I completed this whole one, Barrow family. That's my son's side of the family. And we're all a bit squirrely, so we got a squirrel on our square. And then this is the T square. There'll be T and turtle will be spelled out. But I got to the end of the week and that's where I was. So I put them aside, and when I get started next month for the week that I work on it, I will put in turtle and then U. And I do not remember what my U letter is going to be. But you'll see next time that I do my videos, I will have U going. And that is on, oh, hold it. Let's get this back. I really got to get my stuff together. This fabric is 16 count hazy gray. It is only printed on one side. I don't know where I got it. I believe it was from an Etsy seller. I'll look back and see if I can figure out exactly where it came from and put that in the description. But no guarantees that that's going to happen because I just don't have the brain power to do all of these things right now with everything going on. The Stoney Creek Blanket is an 18 count Afghan material by MCG is the manufacturer. Okay, so this is going to be a combo pattern. The main piece is Raven Queen by Mirabilia. And then in the background, instead of, let's see, back here, instead of this column and these, I don't know, spires or whatever you want to call them, on that side of her in the background, I am putting this. It's the mourning tree, mourning as in, you know, you're a loss, and it's whispered by the wind. And this, I just thought that with the ravens in the tree and everything, it went very well with the theme of Raven Queen. It is currently on my frame and in my Q-snap, so I don't want to take it out. But last time, all I had was these two headstones. I've completed the tree and the ravens, and I'm finishing off the headstones on this side. There's one more headstone to go here. It doesn't look like you can see it. However, all of the ravens are done in a sparkly black. It's not Krynic. I don't have it up here. It's down by my chair because I just grabbed this real quick when I knew I was going to be doing this and brought it in here to do my, but I'll put it in the description, but it's a sparkly, so it gives them kind of a shimmer to them, and it's not showing up very well with what I'm showing you right now. Excuse me. But that's what I'm currently working on. I'll finish out today and tomorrow, and then on Sunday I will be pulling out my Autumn by the Cross-Eyed Cricket and try to get that finished in the week that I'm devoting to it. No guarantees. Every time I say I'm so close to finishing, something comes up, and with packing and everything, I just don't know how much time I can really devote to stitching other than a couple hours at night when I try to relax and give myself a break. But that'll be starting Sunday, that'll be that week's worth of stitching is my autumn. So those are my whips. And for those of you that do not know, whip means work in progress. The next thing, I went to a local retreat. I've been going for 12 years now. I have always helped out the coordinator of the retreat by doing different things with her raffles, treasure hunts, crossword puzzles, stuff like that. And that has always been my portion of the retreat to help her out with, just to give it a little fun, to have people join in and have something to look forward to. Well, this was my last year. For our retreat gift, we were given these little, what do you call them? Ort containers and pincushion. I've made these in the past and had them in my Etsy store, which my Etsy store right now is on hold because of everything going on. But this was the retreat gift that we received from the director. A friend of mine that I always sit with, she gave me this needle minder, and it says, "Didn't stab anyone today," which I think is hilarious because, she just knows me. And we're very sarcastic with each other. Another friend, she makes scissor fobs. Let's get this over here. And earrings and things like that. She gifted me, can't remember if it was this one, but it's a little strawberry, or if it was this one. But one of these she gifted to me, and the others I bought. This has a little scissors at the bottom with a crystal on it, and then these really pretty flower ball. And this is another one. I bought it from her, and I thought it was very pretty with the little seahorse and the seahorse charm. This is a crystal and a little crown. So I got some new scissor fobs from the retreat. We also had, excuse me, a freebie table, a freebie table, which I told myself I was not going to take anything. I'm in the middle of packing. I've got all this stuff at home. I do not need more charts. Ha, 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 ha. Anybody that's been to a retreat, no matter how much you tell yourself you're not going to do something, you always find a thing to take home with you. I thought these little cars and the bicycle were just so cute. So, yep, I did it. See these little bicycles down here too. The covered wagon, the other wagon. They were too cute to just leave on the freebie table and not have a nice home for. This was another thing that was at the table. Make a little pillow or an ornament or something as a giveaway. I don't know why, but I'm into chickens all of a sudden. This was on the free table. And these other two, they are cards. They're like a postcard. They're from the Sweetheart Tree. I'm sorry I can't show them to you because There's no picture of the finished piece. It's just the pattern. But there is one that says, my mother, my friend, and another one that says season's greetings. And they've got really pretty borders around the outside. They're not very big. One is 85 by 51 and the other one is 53 by 59. So they're very small, but I really enjoyed the borders on those and thought they were really cool. So I grabbed them because you can't go wrong with a clever border. The other thing, so the retreat that I go to, it's a small local one. There's like 30, I think there were 34 of us this year. And it's just a group of, it's like if you had a backyard picnic and invited all your friends. That's what it feels like. It's just a real low-key, enjoy yourself, come and have some fun kind of thing. And it's so fun to go to. If you have a chance to go to a retreat, oh, please go, because you just find so much fun in these retreats. They lift your heart. They make you feel so good. So look and see if there's something local, and ask at your LNS. Go online. What is her name? The Sable Stitcher. I'll put her information in the description below. She has a website where she posts all the retreats that she's found that maybe you can get involved with. So go and see about that so that you can have some information. But retreats are fabulous, and I highly recommend them. The next thing I have to show you is I was watching Cross My Stitches. She hit, I believe it's 5,000 subscribers. Anyway, she hit a milestone, and she was doing giveaways for that milestone, and I won one that I'm really super excited for. It is a Stoney Creek, and it's a set. This one, Life is a Journey. Take time for yourself. Enjoy the little things. Listen to your dreams. Love with an open heart. And look, the heart is open. It's so adorable. And be happy today. And this was a set from October 2012 to March 2013. And if you want to, you can make them into a bell pull. And I'm not sure. I can't decide if I want to do them as individual pieces and then put them together like on a lap quilt or something, or if I want to do the bell pull. Of course, I'm not going to start these right away. I don't have the time to do that. And also, when she sent it, she sent this rainbow blending thread along with it because it's called for in some of these designs. So I am excited that I won these because I am a huge fan of anything Stoney Creek. And when I saw them, that she was giving them away, I was like, oh God, that'd be so cool. And even before I found out that I had won these, I was looking on the secondary market to see if I could find these for myself. So when I found out that I won them, I was like, yes, that is so awesome. So that is my giveaway prize that I won from her. And I love them. I think they're great. I'm a fan. Now, as I told you before, I was on a no stash buy, self-imposed bandwagon. I fell off that wagon big time. I'm talking big time, fell off that wagon. And I know it backed over me and then it ran over me again. I just, whoa. So buckle up because I've got some purchases to show you. We will start with scissors. And the reason I did this is I got some money from an unexpected source. And I told my husband, I said, look, we'll put this into our moving fund because it'll help with some of the costs of moving. And he said, no, you haven't bought anything for a long time. You've been very good about it. That was money that was given specifically to you. You use it how you want to. And I was like, but I just feel bad. And he's like, nope, just do it. Just do it. Buy yourself some stuff. You've been stressed out about this house thing. You know, there's been a lot going on. Do it. Give yourself something fun. Well, that was it. It's like, okay. So 1, 2, 3 Stitch got a really big order from me. And also there are a couple things I got from Etsy and some things I got from Amazon. But you'll see what's going on here. So, scissors. I got these little tiny, they're called Tiny Snips. I got these that are multicolored. These are embroidery scissors. They're kind of a bronze color. And then this black pair. And the reason I got more scissors is I like to leave scissors, needle minder, needles, thread, needle threaders in each project bag that I have, so that I'm not trying to find where did my scissors go, where did I put them, did I put them in the bag, did I take them over here? So I like each project that I'm working on, each whip, to have its own scissors, its own needle minder, its own threader, its own needles, all of that stuff. So the reason that I got those is I needed a couple. I only needed 2 more, but I couldn't decide on a couple of those, so I got 4. Oops, upside down. These are called tail end weavers. And it's when you have some thread that you're trying to weave in instead of leaving it just loose on the back when you've finished off that color. You can use these because sometimes we play what they call thread chicken, and it gets down and you have a hard time finishing that thread off by going under your other stitches. So these help you. They're wire, and you can stick them under there, put your thread through and pull them through, and it weaves your ends in really well. I don't remember what Flosstube I was watching, but someone else was talking about they use these a lot. And I thought, oh, I should get some of those because I know I could use those. Then I got some finishing products. from 123 Stitch. This is Lady Dot Creates. These little balls are the color Toast, Ocala Blue, Licorice, Union, and Sizzle. Not sure that any of these colors are coming through properly. And then I got some small rickrack in Snow. Of course, that one's coming through perfectly, but I mean, what are you going to do? White is white, right? Not really. There are many colors of white. Trust me, I know. I made a mistake on one of my projects that I was working on and used the wrong white. And when I got to looking at it, it was like, ooh, that's not good. I also got some thread. These are some of the new that came out at market. This one is Weeks Dye Works Straw. Weeks Dye Works Otter. It's kind of a earthy brown. Weeks Dye Works Queen Anne's Lace. This one is called Cardinal. It is not that bright. I do not know why. Let's see if it'll... No, it's still too bright. This is more of a drab red. It's more on the rest side, and for some reason with the lighting in this room, it is coming out very bright. And then this one is called Louisiana Hot Sauce. I do not think the Louisiana Hot Sauce was this year's release at Nashville Market, but when I was doing these other ones, I couldn't resist. And this one is going to be used in my next Patriotic piece. It will be one of the colors that I use for the flag. So I got those. I also got another Mill Hill kit, Honey. And these colors are going to be so cool. I really like them. This was an Etsy purchase. When you're stitching with perforated paper, sometimes it bends and it's hard to hold, and you really can't put it in a hoop, of course, because it is paper. So you're not going to be able to put it in a hoop. Well, somebody came up with the idea of doing these. They're magnetic. Let me see if I can. Yes. So you have two pieces. The magnets are here. They're recessed. You put your perforated paper here. Snap them together. And away you go. I got 4 different sizes. It came as a set. I'm already using one of the sizes, so you're only seeing 3 of the 4. But and they're beautifully designed. They come from the Ukraine. They're not expensive. For the workmanship that they have put into these, the price is very reasonable. It did take a little while for it to come because, of course, it's got to go through customs and whatnot. Sometimes they've got vendors that are here in the States, but mine actually came from the Ukraine. So it took a little bit of time for it to come through customs and everything. I also bought myself these tumblers and stickers to go on them. This one says, it started out as a harmless hobby. I had no idea it would come to this. Now, I think a lot of us can relate to that. There's this sticker with thread and scissors, rippers. I love these little gnomes. They're just so cute. And this one stitch at a time. And then this one has a hoop, another gnome, a butterfly gnome, a sewing machine. Love life. A love like no other. Gnome other. So cute. And then I've got a couple more stickers coming to put on here. But I like these big tumblers, and they are they're double walled. So when you put something cold in it, it doesn't sweat. And I like to have that when I'm stitching so that nothing sweats on my pattern or my fabric or whatever. Speaking of fabric, I got, this is back to 123. This was part of that stitch or that purchase. It's called Lichen. And I am going to stitch this pattern on it. Family is everything, established in. And I'm going to give this to my son and daughter-in-law, maybe for their anniversary, but more likely it'll be a Christmas present. And this, I got some weeks. It's called gunmetal instead of just the black that it calls for, because it calls for DMC. But I wanted a little bit of variegation in it, so I thought that this gunmetal would be very pretty on this fabric in this pattern. And then she likes purple and he likes blue, so the little hearts across the top in this border, I'm going to put blue, purple, and make it for them. And then, of course, established in 2023 is when they got married. So all of that was purchases. This I got because in my Raven Queen pattern, I am going to put the wall that is behind her, I'm going to put that in, but in a very limited capacity, and I want it to look like a marble wall. So I found this fabric, or this fiber thread, whatever you want to call it. It is called Ohio Sky by Gentle Arts, and I think if I do it just right, I can make the wall look like it's a marble wall with this variegation to the thread. So that's for Raven Queen. The next one, this is 16 count Ancient Ada. It's hard to, I don't know why it's so hard to get a good likeness of fabric, but there's blue and a little bit of peach and a little bit of a real hint of red in it. Not real deep, but this fabric is going to be for this Long Dog sampler. And once again, this is going to be something that I am making for my son and daughter-in-law. The family one, I think I can get finished this year, before Christmas. This one I don't know. A lot of things are going to have to go right for this one to get finished this year. But what I'm going to do is all these motifs around the outside here. I went up to my local LNS, and between the owner and myself, we chose a variegated gentle arts. It's called Blue Beatrice. And it's got blue hinting into purple variegation. And then for the letters in the different words, I found a purple variegated Weeks dye work, ultraviolet. Now, I was going to buy it while I was there, but the amount of thread that I'm going to use, she wanted to put an order in so that it would all be the same dye lot, guaranteed, or as guaranteed as you can get, because I'm going to need 12 of the motif color blue variegation, and then I'm going to need probably 5 of the purple for the letters. So we wanted to make sure that the dye lot was the same on those colors so that it wouldn't look funny if something happened and it wasn't exactly the same. So that fabric goes with that pattern. And then I got another piece of neutral. It's called Vellum. And it's kind of it's just not. I've got to find a better way of filming because this is not coming through. That's way too light for what this is. This is more of an ecru variegated, very, very subtle, but very pretty. That one, I have several projects that might work with it. I just have to get it all figured out to see what it is. And this one, where's the these? This one is called Lime. Again, the color's not coming through very good. My favorite color is green. Love getting green fabric. This is going to be a project that I hope will work for something I've had in my mind for a while. We'll see if it does or if it doesn't. But I've got an idea for this. When I start stitching on it, I'll let you know. But I wanted to get that fabric because I saw that when I was doing my order and I was like, oh, that would be perfect for what I'm thinking I'm going to do. So those are the fabrics that I got. Now we're going to go into some of my pattern purchases. Like I don't have enough patterns in my life. Most all of these were inspired by watching other Flosstubers. So if you do not want to get sucked into the, oh, I've got to have that, don't watch Flosstube. Because I'll tell you, they are the biggest enablers you will ever find in your life. So we're going to start with Valentine's. JBW Designs. This is a booklet. I can't show you all of them because the patterns are right next to the finished pieces. But I believe there are 10. It says a collection of hearts for all seasons. I believe there's 10 patterns in all in here. They're all going to be smalls. And they're going to be super fun to work on. Another JBW design is this French country love. I like this one in the middle here where the border is one color and the heart is another. Another French country JBW design, crown. Another one, squirrel. Another one is Crow. I love the way that she finished this one. I am going to steal her idea when I get this one put together, because I just think that is the cutest finish for that design. And another JBW design, the rooster. This one is the Calico Confectionery Lots of Love sampler. I don't know if I'll make it this way as a single sampler. These may be stitched individually and made into small pillows. I'm not sure. But this top one really, really grabbed my eye. It's gorgeous. Really like that one. Another Calico Confections, Be My Valentine. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's called Ruby Hearts. Ruby Hearts, not Be My Valentine. It says Be My Valentine on it, but the pattern name is Ruby's Hearts. The Sugar Stitchers design. This is a February sampler design. I don't have a lot of February, patterns, so I kind of went a little hog wild with my Valentine February purchases. And since I found that, of course, they always pop up with others, I found the March sampler. And I love it. It's so cute. A little sheep down there. Adorable. I told you I'm a fan of Stoney Creek. St. Patrick's Day ornaments. Awesome. So awesome. That little gnome, he got me. I also told you that for some reason, chickens just have grabbed my fancy lately. So this is from Rovaris. And it is called Farm, I believe. Yep, Farm. Oop. Which way is up? Sorry. Okay, Farm. And in the package with the pattern is a little charm with a basket. Another Rovaris hen. Super cute. And in this one, it has some lace and a little chicken foot so that you can finish it just like they did. I'm not sure that's what I will do, but I definitely will be using that charm to finish that one off. This pattern is not even gonna try. Not even gonna try. It's Italian. Fresh Eggs is the name of the pattern. It's from 123 Stitch if you want to try to find it. Can you see that? It's called Fresh Eggs. Everything is there. Maybe there. Those chickens are just super cute. I'm thinking summer, June, July, August. Those will go in my dough bowl when I get them made. Another one. Oh, That Mom by Dirty Annie's. And it says, "Oh, honey, I am that mom." Apparently, they were having a discussion. And I can just see me telling my daughter, "Oh, honey, I am that mom." So, another little chicken. Of course, everybody's going crazy bananas over the Quaker designs, and this one I love. Primrose Cottage, Patriotic Quaker. Shannon Christine's July 4th. Love those little red trucks. And the fireworks are really pretty. And Erin Elizabeth, if I get my other two patriotic pieces finished before the end of the year, this will be the fourth piece that I do. I absolutely love this design. Beautiful. Now we're heading into fall. This is a Jeanette Douglas design. Fall into autumn. Nice. Is it showing up? There we go. Love my pumpkins. Lila Studio. Season's Blessings, Fall and Winter. When I do these, I'm pretty sure I will be leaving out the fall blessings and the winter blessings words and just be doing the birds and the borders. But it's a beautiful design. Both of them are really pretty. We'll make some really nice dough bowl finishes. Another autumn. Hello by Liz Matthews. I have seen several people stitch this. I wish there were a spring one and a winter one, but you just can't go wrong. Lovely, lovely. This is from Nashville Market, Heart and Hand, the Frosty Tiny Town. Little snowman. I collect snowmen, so this one, yep, had to have. Still going, guys. Still going. This is a new set that's coming out. This one is The Winter Castle by Cottage Gardens. Love it. This, I have an idea for all of these. What I want to do is make a book using these designs and write out the full story of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And these will be on each page attached to, the entire story. So the first three, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And it will go to my granddaughter for a present for her. That's my idea, is to make her a cloth book. I had a cloth book when I was growing up of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Can't tell you where it was has ended up, but it was really fun to play with. The next three. The next three. Isn't it cute? Looks like Santa's stuck in the chimney. And the last three. And to all a good night. I know these have some of the words on it, but I am going to get my original 'Twas the Night Before Christmas book out. It's, of course, packed right now. But it was one of the, you remember the little golden book books when we were growing up? It was one of those, but it wasn't a little golden book one. It was a 16 by 12 by 16 book, a big one, and it had some beautiful pictures in it. And I will use the words from that to make sure I write out the whole story for her, and then put it together as a cloth book, and probably find some charms and whatnot to add with it and give that to her. I don't think it'll be for this Christmas. Too much going on this year, but it will be soon that I get that going. So that one will be for her. And then I've got some Mill Hill kits that are also a series of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas designs. Not as many as the JBW, but I will add to it, and then that one will go to my grandson. So each one will have their own book, and it'll be individualized for them. But yeah, each one will have it. Starlit Snowflake. And you can, yes, it shows it in 3 different colorways. Now it doesn't show it in a green colorway, but I may do mine in green. But isn't that pretty? And the designer is It's So Emma. All of these patterns came from 1-2-3 Stitch. This is the first one from that series that I was telling you about, the Cottage Garden Fabulous Houses. Santa's House. Isn't that great? Love it. And those reindeer in front there, so cute. So I only got the 2. I believe there's 5 of them out now, maybe even 6. The other ones didn't hit my fancy, so I'm going to continue to order the ones that I do like as they come out. But so far I've only found 2 of at least 5 that I liked. Shannon Christine, love her. And like I said, I collect snowmen. Can't pass up a snowman. And this was a series also. But so far I've only liked 2 of them. This one is a Drawn Threads. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was done by one of the ladies from Floss Boss and Cousins. I believe they're the ones that I saw this on their Flosstube. Good Tidings. So pretty. Love it. Again with the chickens. Can't pass up them chickens for some reason. I'm obsessed. Christmas is Love. And this, I don't know. It was on 1-2-3 Stitch is where I found the pattern. I believe, again, it's an Italian designer, but I found the pattern on 1-2-3 Stitch. Christmas is Love is the name of the design. This one I've seen for a lot of years. I believe it came out in, it's not saying, it doesn't say when it came out. Doesn't really matter. But it's a Sue Hillis pattern. And it's the Stitchers 12 Days of Christmas. So cute. So cute. I almost had this pattern given to me, and then someone else actually asked the person for it, and that someone else was, I believe, her sister. So, you know, you go with your sister. But I decided to buy it and get it finally. I also love the Cardinals. Robin Pickens, Cardinals Winter. Awesome. Beautiful design. A Cup of Love, Annabelle's Needle Arts is the designer. This was in the Christmas section when I was looking at the other Cardinals. So this one, it's going to be really small, real quick to stitch up. A lot of these are small, on the smaller side, so that I can finish them up quickly and have some smalls to throw in my dough bowls for the different seasons. That is why I got these. Some of them aren't so small, like this one isn't so small, called Love by Jan Hicks Creates. But I love cardinals. They're so pretty. Another Quaker design by Primrose Cottage. This is the Spring Quaker. A lot of floss tubers are stitching this, and all of the colorways that they're using are just coming out great. I'm pretty sure this one will be in a green variegated, a dark green variegated on my lime green fabric that I showed you earlier. Because like I said, love my greens. A JBW Dogs. This is going to be, I think, will work really well for spring. Strawberry Fair. It's an October House Fiber Arts design. That little robin and the strawberry. Strawberry Seasons by Yasmin Made with Love design. Very pretty. Like me, the strawberries. This was a Nashville Needle Market release. A lot of people got the Matilda. I was not as impressed with Matilda as I was with this little bobbin mouse. And I have several wooden bobbins that I will be putting him on when he's finished. I'm going to not stitch the needle. I've got a large metal needle for darning that I will use for that. But yeah, he's so cute. Now I know for absolute fact that this one, I believe both Callie and Christy have stitched it. Remember me. I usually don't go for this style of stitching. I'm not a primitive stitcher. But when I saw Callie's finish on this, I could not resist. It was gorgeous. So this will be another small that I have for a dough bowl. Erin Elizabeth. See, I got sucked into Erin Elizabeth when I did the beef farm Sal. So by doing the beef farm Sal, she got me with some of her other patterns. This is one of her trays. Tiers, I'm sorry. Stitchy tier. Very cute. B tier. Yep. Got them bees. Love the bees. To me, that's August, September. That's when I think of that color combination for that time of the year. Now, these are Etsy purchases. I've seen a lot of Flosstubers and Instagram users doing this one, the Blooming Swan, and the picture just does not do it justice. When you see somebody that has stitched this, it's so much better than this, but it's lovely. And then also there was this festive cardinal. And like I said, love me my cardinals. They're so cute. And this one looks like it'll be super fun. So those are all my patterns. I'm almost done, guys. I promise I'm almost done. When I finally get up to my new place, I want to start organizing some of my patterns and the fabric and get them like pre-kitted up. I don't want to use my nice project bags for those, so I went on Amazon. A lot of people are talking about these. Went on Amazon and found these zippered mesh bags. This was a set of 6. I think it was only like $10, maybe $12. They're a nice mesh plastic, but they breathe. So you don't have to worry about them sweating or any of that kind of stuff. And I wasn't sure if I was going to like those. So then I also found these. These are not plastic. These are, they're supposed to be used for putting your lingerie in the washing machine and washing them with that. And this was a set of 3. I thought it was 4. So 3 or 4. There's 3, and they were like $8 for 3. So depending on which one works the best, I may be getting more of these. But for now, I just wanted to get one package of each to see how I was going to like them and if they fit with what I wanted to do with pre-kitting some of my projects, so that when I don't kit my floss, because I do that in a different way, which in one of my videos I will show you how I kit my floss. But I always wait until I'm actually going to have it as a whip before I put the floss in. Unless it's a specialty floss that will not be used for anything but that one project. So, yeah, I think that is everything I bought. I sure hope that's everything I bought. Oh, no, here. I also bought myself this shirt off Etsy. I also bought the same motif, only in a t-shirt for summer, and it's in a little bit different color combination. But you know, you got to have something about your hobby when you're running around, or when you're stitching, or when you're doing a floss tube or something like that, so that people say, oh, you cross stitch? Well, what's that? Because there are many people that do not understand what cross stitching is, and when you show them and tell them about it, they are fascinated. They think it's the most wonderful thing ever, and I think so too. I think it's one of the most wonderful things we can do. So we have come to the end of this video. I'm not going to give you a question because I don't know when I'll be back. Please pray for me with all of this stuff that I bought, that I'm not as crazy as I seem. I'm sure I am, but let's hope not. And until I see you again, enjoy your stitching, enjoy your life. Have a good day, smile, and be happy. Thank you for joining me. Bye.